Hey everyone, and welcome to today's video. I'll be going through with you my May favorites and a fail. So let's get into it. May has been a super busy month for me. I unfortunately haven't had enough time to test out new makeup or any sort of products as much as I'd like, but I do have some products that I've really enjoyed and then one that just does not work for me. And I'm not going to do this ranking style because I just can't figure out how to rank these items, but I will start with the fail. And this is from Florence by Mills, and this is their Like a Light Skin Tint. I had it in the shade light medium, which is also quite deep for me. I will say I've heard some really mixed reviews about this product, and it was heavily discounted on Ulta's website, so I got it and it looks really funky. So I contacted Ulta and they said that it's probably expired. You know, it is a summertime where I'm at. Things can get ruined during transportation, so I wanted to give it the benefit of the doubt. But then Ulta sent me another one and it's exactly like that. So clearly this isn't an expired product, it's just a bad product. Now if I pump something out, you'll know what I mean. This is what it looks like, not too bad, but when I blend it out, it looks a little grainy. I don't know if you can see, it almost feels like one of those mousse foundations. It emphasizes every single thing on my skin, and I don't have a whole lot of texture, so a product has to be pretty bad to emphasize things, and this surely does. I'm not quite sure if this would really be a skin tint even. I think the coverage is pretty decent. It's not a bad coverage product, which, you know, Like a Light doesn't really describe it well because it does look quite cakey. I will say this shade match is also horrendous on me, but that's on me. This was the only shade that I could find that was semi close to my skin tone, and it's the wrong one. But I just don't know who this product is meant for. The packaging says sometimes we want to glow and we just can't. This non-greasy skin tint gives us all the glow we need, but it's still sheer enough to let our natural beauty shine through. And I think this description is just all wrong because this feels pretty dry, emphasizes texture, and doesn't look natural at all. Definitely a fail in my book. The sun is unfortunately setting, so I'm going to try to make this quick, but the rest of the products are favorites. So I'm not going to rank them as I mentioned, but one of the first products I want to mention is this cream blush from Profusion Cosmetics, and I think this was maybe in their boba line. It is the shade Terrific. I had to get it because it's got one of my names on it, and it is just the most beautiful cream blush. This is one swipe, and I know it looks really pigmented, but it does blend like a dream, and it looks so beautiful, like this lovely flush of reddish blush on your cheeks. It looks very natural if you blend it out, and I do really think it stays really well. This is not very runny or anything. It's more of a stiffer cream, and it just looks beautiful on the cheeks. It almost makes me want to try different Profusion cream blushes. I think a more pinkier tone might be something I'm interested in, but this is a lovely shade and a lovely formula and super affordable from Profusion. Let's do some skincare in the meantime. The next item I have is from Jumiso. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. And this is their awesome Airy Fit Sunscreen SPF 50. This was sent to me for review purposes. Some of these products are, and that's no bearing on my opinion. I'm not required to post anything about them on YouTube. I just do YouTube for the fun of it. I've been really enjoying this sunscreen. It is so lightweight as the name would imply. It doesn't leave a white cast. It blends into the skin so fast. Here it is. I quickly just blended it in. It doesn't, you know, leave your skin feeling greasy. It doesn't clog any pores. It just gives you this very nice sun coverage, adding some moisture to your skin. There it is. Basically blends itself into my skin. It has SPF 50, which is great. So I've been really enjoying it. And Jumiso is one of those brands that I have loved a lot of products from. It was no surprise that this is a favorite as well. Another skincare favorite that I have recently discovered is from Fresh, and this is their Black Tea Advanced Age Renewal Cream. Now, I'm not entirely sure if I've already talked about this, but I couldn't find it in my most recent favorites, so probably not, but I've been really enjoying this. It says anti-wrinkle, firm, radiance, exclusive BT matrix in it, and I don't know about the firmness aspect. I don't really notice firming, but I might not really need any either. But this is just so comfortable on the skin. I do think that it does plump up the skin and adds this healthy glow to your skin without adding any glow, but your skin just feels healthier and glowier. I've used quite a bit of it. I don't know if you can even see the texture, but it's just so lightweight yet really nourishing on my skin, and I've been using this every night. I've just really enjoyed it. Next, I have a makeup item that I debated on mentioning because I actually got it and it has sort of expired, but it's still very much usable. It's just not what it's supposed to be. And this is from ColourPop, and it is one of their Jelly Much eyeshadows. However, it's not jelly anymore. It's in the shade Scandal, and it is dried up, which means it's not jelly at all. But the shade is just so lovely, and I have been trying to still use it somewhat because I do really like it. Here's 2 swipes of it. So I've been able to use it despite it having dried up, and I've been really enjoying the looks I've gotten out of it. Now, I've heard such good things about this Jelly Much formula that I do want to get one of these that hasn't dried up, that's actually like jelly-like, and I want to try that out. But really, this seems like a really lovely formula, and it looks like even though it dries up, it's still very much usable. So that's something to think about, because I've heard people complaining that they do dry up quickly, as did this already had before I even received it. So just wanted to mention it because I think the formula is so beautiful, and I do really like this shade Scandal. The next item, I have a makeup item from Revlon, and this is a brand that I definitely haven't purchased that many items lately, but this is their Skin Lights Prismatic Bronzer, and this is very beautiful. It's slightly glowy, but not glittery by any means. I know the sun is setting, so you might not be able to see it, but here it is, and I've been using it kind of like a blush highlight, the glowy blush. I can use it as a bronzer too, but it just is like a beautiful blush bronzer to me, and it just looks so natural and beautiful on the skin. The slight glow, which is not glittery or reflective, just looks like a natural glow, is so beautiful. On my no makeup days, or even when I'm not wearing foundation, I tend to gravitate towards this as my blush bronzer highlighter combo, and it is just so beautiful. I have it in the shade Sunlit Glow, and it is really a perfect shade for a sun-kissed look for someone of my skin tone. Highly recommend giving this formula a try if you have not yet. I have 2 more items left. First one is a skincare item from La Roche-Posay. They recently sent me a PR package, and that reminded me how much I love their Cicaplast Balm B5 Soothing Multi-Purpose Balm. It is just your repair it all balm. I've used it on my feet, I've used it on my face. It just is such a lovely balm for those of us with sensitive skin, maybe drier skin as well, but any skin type that's sensitive. I think it's such a good multi-purpose balm. Like it says, it fixes any irritation, any super dryness, without being heavy at all. It is so lightweight and hydrating. I think it just works like a charm. And he mentions here that you can use it on your face, lips, babies, arms, elbows, hands, legs, knees, feet, and nose. And truly, it is so good. Definitely worth mentioning. If you're one of those people like me whose skin gets irritated over the tiniest thing, this can really make a difference. So I highly recommend giving it a try. Or if you have, you know, oily skin but still get irritated, this is lightweight enough to work for you as well. So one of those products that I'll probably always have in my collection for those sensitive skin days. And the last item I have for you is a makeup item I'm sure I've mentioned in my previous videos, but this is from ColourPop and it is their Making Mauves palette. This is probably my favorite palette from ColourPop, if not favorite, then the most used one. And I quickly swatched a couple of shades for you here. Here is the first one, is this Tongue-Tied, then this shimmer shade, which is one of my favorites, for all over the eyelid, mauve on top. I can barely see it because I've used it so much. And then Marquise, the deeper shade here. These three shades create my everyday morning to evening look. The shimmer is so beautiful and the mattes blend themselves. They are so good, and I really like the color story. If you wanted a deeper look, you could easily create it with this middle shade. However, this is my favorite and I've really created such beautiful looks. I will say this middle shade, which is called A La Mode, has kind of dried up a little bit. So it's not my favorite shimmer anyway, so I'm okay with it. It is a little too crumbly for my liking, and I don't remember if it was like that from the beginning, but it definitely is now. This is definitely an older palette in my collection. I've gotten it a few years ago, so I get it if it has sort of gone bad, but the rest of the shades work great. They're beautiful. I love it. It has become one of my go-to palettes over the years. Whenever I want a beautiful look, this is gravitate towards, and I feel like maybe I'm going to buy a replacement just because I really do enjoy it so much. If you like mauve tones, I think you'll really like this. I think mauve is one of those shades that work for multiple eye colors as well. My eyes are pretty pale blue, but I've seen people with brown eyes, green eyes make such beautiful looks with this. It is an all-around really good palette, one of the best ones from ColourPop in the 9-pan palettes at least. So these were all the items that I wanted to share with you for the month of May. Some really good products, stable products, some newer discoveries, and really good sunscreen, another good skincare product, this time from Fresh, and then this very disappointing product. If you have this like a light skin tint, let us know how you made it work, because I'd like to make it work. I mean, I have nothing against products that need a little bit tinkering. So if this is one of those and you figured out how to make it work, please let me know. I'd love to get some use out of it, especially since I have two of them. I'm gonna see if a friend will like the other one that I haven't even tried, because clearly this is probably just a formula, or if it isn't and you know yours is different, let me know, because then I have two expired products. That would be very important knowledge to share, so please do. And I just think I've had such a great time with these products this month. Even though I haven't been able to focus that much on makeup, I do skincare every day. Even though I have very little time, skincare is something I never skip out on. But makeup, I'm going to have to try less of, just because I don't have time to do test runs. I have to go to work, so I can't just put on something and then have it not work as well. Hopefully June will be a little bit slower for me and I'll be able to test a lot more products. But one of the most prominent products that I tested was this Profusion blush. What a great formula. Same with this bronzer slash blush slash highlighter from Revlon. Great product. And then ColourPop Jelly Much eyeshadow. I'll have to test the formula out some more, but this shade is absolutely beautiful, and I do want to test out one that's actually jelly-like. But it is good to know that even the dried up jelly works great. And I have sensitive skin, so if it had actually expired, like it won't anymore work, I would probably have reacted to it. So if you have Jelly Munch eyeshadows and they dry up, don't throw them away. Give them a try. Maybe they'll work for you as well. But these were my May favorites and a fail. Let us know in the comment section if you have some favorites or fails from the month of May that you would like to share with us. I'd love to know what new products to try, or new to me products, or what to avoid. That is equally important to share. But these were my favorites and fails for the month of May. Thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed to my channel yet, I hope you subscribe. And if you like these kind of videos and want to see more of their kind, please consider giving this video a thumbs up. But thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.